Hey guys, Electric Pulse 61 here, and today I have three things, two of which I'm going to show mainly in the video, and the third one's going to be a little bonus at the end, just for you guys. So, I'm going to start with the more minor of the two things I plan to show you for the main part of the video. It is a gem block to gem ore, if you will, sort of machine. You throw in a block of any gem. Most gems work, as far as I know. These are all the gems. Probably wrong though. But you throw in one and it'll give you 9 of the gem that it represents, if you sort of understand what I'm saying here. So for example, this block of diamond, you throw it in, wait a little while, and you get yourself 9 diamonds. It works with lapis, it works with, I'll just show you here, lapis, gold, diamond, emerald, iron, coal, and redstone. And I mean, I could expand it more, but you know, I just kind of got bored of making this, and so this is what I got with it. Basically uses a simple principle. I don't know if you saw my first video, you know that I like to use this in the hopper system, which just basically transports a bunch of hoppers, and it'll just pull it out if it's lapis, and which will give it just enough power to turn off the torch, which will make this dispenser eject a block, which destroys it on the cactus in most cases, but it also turns on this tripwire, which will activate the command block, which basically just gives whoever's closest the gem. And it's basically that, just copied down for all of the things. And then what I did was I added a little catch-all at the end here, so say you threw in like this glass, for example, it'll just go in here. And I don't know why this emerald is in there, probably, oh, because it's for blocks, but you just, if like, say I throw in this glass, throw in the glass, and since none of these are glass, it doesn't look for glass, it'll just end up in here. So, that's the first thing, and the second thing is more impressive in my opinion of the two. It is the Pictou Password, made by me. I haven't seen it anywhere else. But if you have made it, and I'm saying this is original, but if you've made it and I don't know about it, I'm sorry, but I haven't seen it anywhere. I've done Google searches, YouTube searches, and I haven't found it anywhere else. So, basically, it looks big, but it's because it's only the second version I've made. And I might show you the first one at the end before I show you the mini bonus clip, but it's fairly compact compared to the first one I made. So, how it works is, what you do is you get transparent or opaque blocks. It really doesn't matter which one you use. You can use transparent or opaque. So like glass, for example, is transparent. This chiseled sandstone is opaque. So you press the button, and I purposely put in the wrong password, by the way. So the door didn't open, which means that I have the wrong password in, so just break the blocks there. Come back over, and you can put in any password you want. It really doesn't matter, but I'm going to put in the right password now. If you give it a second, the door opens, and then what you do to keep the door open for a second is you flip that down, go down here, break your blocks, come back up here, lock yourself in. And then, of course, like this could lead to your house or your secret mansion or whatever. And then to get back out, you flip the lever, walk out, and then lock the door behind you. So, I haven't seen this anywhere else, and it basically has a few basic components. I'll show you what they all are down here. The orange wool is the input loader. It loads your input. Magenta wool is the block compiler loader. It loads the block compiler. Light blue wool is the block compiler. Yellow wool is the output tester, lime wool is the output transmitter, stone block is structure, stone brick is structure, glowstone is lighting, and nether brick is input panel. Now I'm going to explain what all these do. So whenever you press the button, which is right here, start the whole thing, what happens is, it basically, if I just turn off everything else here, it basically just, that's all it does. It's just pushes your blocks down onto here, so I'll basically do a run through again of using the correct password. So, first thing, orange wool, input loader. loads your input into the machine. Then the next thing, which is the purple wool, magenta wool, excuse me, then loads the block compiler. It just pushes those over and gets it ready for the block compiler. And then the block compiler is the last part of it that actually is constantly doing something besides this delayer, I guess you could call it. That's how that works. So it just pushes the 2 blocks over on the bottom, and these pistons push down the top ones, and then it pushes them over again, so that you can break them later over here. And then there's redstone torches. You can't see them, but there's some redstone torches under here, and it basically goes through the block, and if the block is transparent, it will keep these torches off, but if the block is opaque for these two, it'll turn the torches on, which will keep the torch on, which will make sure that the door doesn't open. And the same thing goes here, only it just doesn't get inverted a second time. So it's opaque. If the block is opaque, then it'll turn the torches off, but otherwise it'll keep the torches on, which will obviously keep the door closed. So it basically is fairly simple. If you guys want, I can maybe provide a world download by copying this and pasting it using MC Edit or something like that. I'm not sure. This is on a server, and I don't know if I can get it to a single player world, but if you want, I can try. And it works 100% of the time, as far as I know. I haven't found any bugs with it. There used to be a bug, but I fixed it, and kind of low on time right now. So actually, no, I got plenty of time. I'll say what the bug was. So as you know, the last 2 ones here, the last 2 blocks here, have to be transparent, which would be glass or bluestone or whatever. And there used to be a bug that if you did even something like this, what would happen is whenever the blocks would get pushed down, like here, I'll just turn off this delay. This delay checker thing, whatever. I don't know what to call it. Just see if you can tell what happens. This is obviously the wrong password, as you saw. See if you can see what's wrong with this picture. Found out what was wrong? Yeah, so did I. So, if what happens is, since the loader thing here, this blue circuit, only pushes over 2 blocks at a time, what happens is it'll push over these 2 blocks here, like this. So then you'll end up with something like this. And then the machine thinks that there are 2 transparent blocks here, which, I mean, technically there are, because air is a transparent block, which will then trick the machine to thinking that the password is correct, until it pushes over the other 2 blocks down, and then pushes the other 2 blocks over like this, which closes the door. But that happens fairly quickly, and the door is only open for a short amount of time. But it's still enough time for someone to get through, so I just developed this little circuit extender, which basically keeps the door closed for a short period of time, enough time so that the whole passcode gets into the tester before it checks it, basically, which makes it foolproof, and you can't fake it out and do that glitch. So I mean, technically you could just break down the door, but it's mostly for the just show and look what I made, instead of actually using it, unless you want to use it for cool stuff. But otherwise, you can just break down the iron door, and there goes your lock. Completely useless, but it is useful if you have World Guard or whatever, and it's also really neat, and it's pretty cool to show off. So if you want to see the first one now, I can actually do that right now. I'll show you what my first one was. Just type that. Update my game mode. So yeah, this looks like a giant mound of spaghetti. This is what actually I think of whenever I see it, quite honestly. And I don't know what the password for this is, but this makes it, instead of compiling it horizontally, this compiles it vertically. And it looks like someone joined. So, and now they're gone. But you compiled into a pillar, which would then get pushed down here and tested, and would turn on the circuit. But it's really, really big. The timing circuit is massive. This is all just timings here, and it really is a mess, and it's really buggy. There's bugs over here, the whole list of bugs. Pause the video and read those. I'm kind of short on time here. and it didn't work all the time. But I remodeled it, and it's better now. And I think it's cool. I think it's amazing. I think it's pretty cool. So those are the two big things I wanted to show you guys today. And if you're still here, one, you're awesome, and two, I want to show you this optical illusion I made. It's best when seen at night, in my opinion. So I'll just set the time to night. I don't know, it just looks cooler. So, which redstone dust looks darker? Are you sure? Because if you think about it, this one looks a heck of a lot lighter, but they're actually the exact same color. Neither one is darker or lighter than the other. And to prove it, I mean, you can go into, I did it myself. I took a screenshot, went into a paint editing tool, and they were the same color. This little pixel there was the same color as that little pixel there. It's just that against the black, this one looks a lot lighter than this one does against the white. So, if you watch that little extra bonus clip there, you're extra awesome. And for that, you should probably like my video, just because you're awesome and awesome people like my stuff. So, leave a like, comment on what you think I should do next. I really look forward to those comments. I haven't gotten any yet. I've only commented on my own videos, hashtag no life. Just kidding there, but seriously. I really look forward to comments, and I check once a week, sometimes more, for comments. And just, I'd appreciate it if you could comment on what you want me to do next or in the future. And I do almost anything Minecraft related. If you want me to build something, I'll build it. Just leave a comment and like it. That's about it. So I might make a world download for this stuff. More Minecraft stuff coming in the future. Thanks, you guys. You guys are awesome. Bye.